what we have here. Let me show y'all. And I know you guys that have been doing this a long time, y'all, I'm sure that y'all have dealt with this before. So see, it's rounded. Nothing I can do about that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna weld that on there. See, just like that. So yeah. So now what I do is I go around it and make sure it's a good bead, because you don't want to break it off. There we go. All right, this ought to get it, man. All this just to get a blade off. And that's how I get a blade off that's got a rounded bolt. Hey guys, good morning, good morning. Monday morning, and it's ugly and wet, but we over here on the first one. I got all three mowers running today. I got all of them running except for the Ferris. The Ferris is, everybody knows the Ferris is a backup mower. So yeah, it's a little bit wet this morning, but we got to get to it, man. We ain't got no, we don't have a choice in this. So I set up all this work today. We got a list a mile freaking long, y'all. I said a mile. Look at that. So so I know a couple guys have been coming in the comments asking me if I had you know, made up with the Lawn Stars or whatever. No, I really after much debate with my folks, you know, my mom and my father-in-law and my wife, and you know, everybody, it just ain't worth it to continue on with all the stuff, you know, with the drama, if whatever, you know, no matter how many views I'm getting or what, it just ain't hardly worth it to me, because it keeps me in a bad headspace, and it's not a positive thing, right? I mean, you know, and I don't know, and I think that those guys are kind of seeing it the same thing, you know, that neither one of us backed down, nobody cowered away, and, you know, all that. So we're just going to have to, you know, coexist, and, you know, I'm not going to be, because at the end of the day, y'all, I'll be honest, I don't have anything personal against anybody, you know, because at the end of the day, I don't know nobody. I don't know Lawn Stars. I don't really know Shane. I don't really know you know anybody other than what y'all see on YouTube. So, you know, that's relevant, man. And I can't spend my time, you know, continuously doing that, because it's just not a positive, man, and it's not a positive headspace for me to be in either. So, you know, and I can only assume, I might be wrong, I can only assume that those guys are kind of feeling the same way, you know. So yeah, that's, you know, that's part of it. Not that I'm buddies with them or not, but I don't have to be so anal and angry, because a lot of my videos, like my father-in-law was telling me, you know, they're coming off as really hostile. And see, I don't know how to be any other way. I don't know how to be, you know, when I feel offended, then I get hostile, you know, by nature, I guess. I don't know. I've never really had to, you know, do a YouTube video and then turn around and look at how hostile I am about things that really don't even matter, because nothing's going to really change the way I do things or anything like that, you know. And it's fun to dig at people and them dig back, but you know, I let it get too deep with me, y'all. I'll be honest, and I'm not afraid to say, hey, I should have handled some of the things a little bit different, but I didn't. So there's that. And I have to, you know, there's a big difference in taking a dig at somebody playfully and taking a dig at somebody where it's real, you know, and perpetuating it, right? That's not my nature. Is not like that. Contrary to what a lot of my videos show with Bo and some of the issues that I've had with labor and some of the crying that I do, you know, I'm really not a complainer. I mean, I'm a results driven kind of guy, and I don't like to come off as angry about, well, a parody or anything like that, man, you know. And yeah, I mean, pretty much, that's, you know. I want to focus more on earning money and that kind of thing. So as long as folks are respectful to me, you know, then I'll be respectful back. Fucking rain. But I just kind of want to throw that out there this morning. Yeah. So we got a lot of yards to do today. About $800 worth of work. I saw a couple videos yesterday where the guys were talking about, some of the other YouTube guys were talking about, you know, one guy was saying he does about 28 lawns a day, you know, solo. And, you know, that's hard for me to even rationalize. I'll be honest. The most lawns that I've ever done in a day, solo? Oh my God. Maybe 11 or 12, but it ain't something that I could do every day. Also, when you're talking about, one of the other guys was talking about, you know, making money solo in this game. And it's, you know, how much can you make? Well, it's hard to determine how much you can make, just like he said. It's hard to determine how much you can make because you got to look at, there's so many variables that you can't look at how many yards you do. That is, how many yards you do is totally irrelevant. It's how much money you're generating. That's what, that needs to be the center point. For me, it is. We can say, well, I do 15 lawns a day, right? And you may, but I never do 15 a day, never. But my yards are $70 and $80 yards. So somebody's 15 would have to be really close by, would be a really long day, and but the money is probably about the same. Because in order for you to do 15 yards a day solo, you're gonna be humping it every day. That's not something that I, at 52, want to do. So what I do is I'll reel back from that and I say, okay, let's do, if I had to count yards, let's do 10 $80 yards instead of 15 $40 yards or $45 yards or $50 yards. See, I try to get more out of each individual customer. Then that makes it where I don't have to do as many. Because a part of being self-employed out here is I don't want to work until 6 or 7 o'clock every night. I can, and I will, and I have, and I will again, but that's not my operation motto there. Because being solo out here doing 15 lawns a day, you're gonna burn out. You're gonna burn out. And or generating, you know, $650 a day, whatever it is. For me, it's about the expenses, and keeping your expenses down to a minimum makes it where you don't have to do as many properties in a day. You know, the routing, the density, the size of the property is everything, because when you say I'm going to do 15 yards a day, well, you're not going to do 15 of my yards in a day. There's no way. We're on a 3-acre cut now, and then we got two 2-acre cuts, and then we got 3 $65 lawns, and then we got another 3-acre cut. So all that aside, the whole list here, it doesn't really matter how many is on the list. How many's on this list? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 on here, right? A couple of these are $120 lawns. So when we say doing 15 lawns, you're not going to do 15 $120 lawns in a day. So you have to fall back to the default of how much money you're generating. That's what really matters. You know, not how many properties you're doing. You know, and that, I'm not throwing a dig at anybody or anything like that, but that's what I look at. What I look at is how much money we're generating. So today we're generating about $850. So if there's 10 properties and we're generating $850, the average is 85 bucks. Now, and we're only going to do 10. But see, I'm not trying to work till 4 or 5 o'clock. I want to get to a certain amount of money per day, and then I'm good, right? And then I don't get burned out. And I'm not somebody that just started doing this. I've been doing it like this for, well, 12 years. I've been in the business this is my 16th season. The first 4 years, I was just all over the place. After about 4 or 5 years, I started getting a little more organized. I got software that keeps up with the money and the scheduling, and I got everything it takes to, you know, to do the properties in a timely fashion. So now it's all about critiquing and fine-tuning what I'm doing to make sure that we're making top dollar based on the time that we're out here. And, you know, I've heard a lot of guys talk about, you got a lot of equipment, but you rarely have guys that are operating the mowers. Well, you're right. I had rather have too many mowers than not enough. Now keep in mind, the Ferris mower is strictly a backup and a big acre mower. That's what it's for. So, and considering what I paid for it at $5 grand, I mean, that mower is worth, brand new, that mower probably costs probably $18,000 or $19,000 brand new. But it only has about 700 hours on it now. So I bought that mower, and all you guys that follow the channel, I bought that mower because it was a great deal, and I could use a big acre cut mower so it doesn't wear these mowers out. And I rarely have 3 guys out here on mowers, rarely. Now I do have 2 a lot of times as needed. I got the new guy over there cutting now. Zach is at another property, going to come over here to this one, and Zach is in the other truck. So when you start throwing in another truck, you got to make a lot more money, right? But the other truck is not costing me as much to run as it costs this truck. And then it becomes about the density of what, you know, of the route and how close we are. And with 2 trucks, and you know, having a new guy out here that don't really know that much, and then having Zach out here that knows all the properties, well, I can parlay that into where Zach will come over here, and then he'll jump in front of us and go do one of the smaller residentials, while me and the other guys run 2 mowers on this one and a few of the other big ones. Now I don't know how long it's going to take us to get done today, but we are running both trucks today. So, but all right, y'all. So we're on this big cut right here. Well, it's a couple. We do this one right here, y'all see. So this is a job where, well, today is full of big cuts. So we're pretty much running 3 mowers all day today. We got a couple residentials, but I'll send Zach in the other truck to do them. So we got the Skag and the 2 Exmarts going hardcore right now. And the property back here behind this wood line is pretty big too. So Zach's over here, he's over here, and I'm all in between, y'all. That's right. So, you know, you couldn't do this property here and make money at it and with 2 mowers. So even though I do this property every 2 weeks, both of these properties every 2 weeks. I do the other one, the other big one that we were at, the 4 acres. I do that one every 2 weeks. So you can see why I have all the lawnmowers that I have. Because if one mower goes down, then you in trouble. You gotta have 3 mowers over here to be able to make money at it. So the new guy's doing real good. Y'all see him over there. Yeah, and of course Zach's doing good. Zach's a monster out here, man. But it's still a lot of cutting to do, y'all. I just kind of wanted to touch base with y'all to let y'all know, you know, that y'all hear me talk about all the time about mowers, equipment, and all that. And the more the merrier. Well, the more the merrier, that makes sense. I would not have all the lawnmowers that I have if, number one, I'm not making money with them. Number two, I didn't get, you know, I don't have the properties that justify them. And number three, like with the Ferris mower, I got a deal on it. So, you know, that's kind of the thinking on the mower situation. I'd rather have too many than not enough. And when you got the mowers, especially like the one that the new guy's on over there, you know, that mower's 9 years old. What would I do with it if I mean, I'm not gonna sell it. I mean, that wouldn't make sense. So we'll make money with it until we can't. And y'all see the big property, the vast properties. You know, y'all see Zach back there on that one. I don't know if y'all can see him or not. I mean, I got to string this weed eater. I'll kick back. We got done with everything on the list. The whole list is done. I hope everybody had a wonderful Easter and all that good stuff. I'm hoping that I'll hear something on the Bobcat here in the next day or two. I should, maybe tomorrow or the next day. I should definitely get it back this week. And I also ordered me one of those clearing saws, the 460. It's supposed to be a bad boy. Still makes 3 professional clearing saws. One of them is like a 350. The one I got's a 460, and then they got a 550. The 550 was not available. They didn't know when they could get them in. And the price difference is, well, I think the 360 is around $800. The 460 is $1,200, and I believe the 550 is like $1,500 or something like that. So this brush cutter is $1,250. So that's top notch. It's clear. They call them clearing saws. So they'll cut trees, you know, perfect to have for some of the stuff that we get into. And these things are not built like a weed eater. They are built with the shaft on it's huge. So yeah. All right, y'all. Let me get him unloaded, and I'll kick back.